Do you ever notice how we can make the simplest things in life way harder than they need to be? Someone offers to help, and instead of just saying thanks, we say, no, no, I've got it, even though we clearly don't. Well, that's me, always has been. With Parkinson's, pride has this funny way of turning small moments into big lessons, and sometimes even into disasters. And you know what? Once in a while, into a wake up call that changes everything. But stick around because today we're talking about why it's so hard to ask for help, and more importantly, how to start. And at the end, I've got a Bryce-ism that took me 15 years to learn the hard way.
Welcome to Living with Parkinson's. The good, the bad, and the reality. Real talk, real life, real community with Bryce Perry. Let's begin.
Hey everyone, welcome back to Living with Parkinson's, the good, the bad, and the reality. Now, if you're new here, I'm Bryce, and this channel is where we talk about Parkinson's as it really is, the wins, the wobbles, and all the weird in-between moments. And if you like conversations that are honest, real, and hopefully sometimes funny and always human, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Join this community that proves that we can still live well, we can love well, we can laugh often, and we can keep doing life today. Now, if you've ever refused help, even when you knew you needed it, this episode's for you because sometimes asking for help feels harder than living with Parkinson's itself. Okay, let me start with something light. Carmen and I were flying home from a trip. We were both wiped out, right? My meds are wearing off, and we get to the baggage claim, and there it is. There's our suitcase. You know what? Big enough to fit a family of four inside of it, probably. Thanks, Carmen. Just kidding. Carmen says, "Here, let me grab it." And of course, I say, "No, no, no, I've got it." And you know where this is going, right? I grab the handle, my grip decides it's on vacation, and the thing takes off like a bowling ball with a mission. I almost wipe out a poor guy beside me. He jumps back. I'm like, "Hey, let's just start a flash mob." Right? Carmen's standing there, shaking her head, trying not to laugh, and just says, "So, you got it, Bryce?" Yeah, you know what? Pride zero, gravity one. But you know what? It wasn't about the bag, the suitcase. It was about wanting to be the guy who could still handle the bag, still pick up that suitcase. Because every time Parkinson's takes something, pride steps in and says, "Oh, no, you don't." The problem is, pride never wins that argument. I'm still trying to learn that myself some days. Now, this little moment at the airport, that was a preview of what was coming. Because pride doesn't always show up in big ways. It sneaks in quietly, one small, I got it at a time, until suddenly you don't. And it came full circle a few weeks later, right? Right in a my Toronto hotel room last week. And if you watched Tuesday's episode or listened to Tuesday's episode, you know that this story, right? But I'm just going to give you the quick and short version. I was traveling, I was running on fumes, and I was telling myself I was fine. And by the end of the week, I was so wiped out that my body just completely shut down. Two hotel staff had to break into my room and shake me awake. Well, Carmen is on the phone like 2,000 miles away, and all she's hearing is he's not responding. And, when I finally woke up, here's the thing, I wasn't just scared, right? I was embarrassed because the truth was I had every warning sign and I ignored them all. Me, huh, Mr. I know everything. Yeah, right. And even then, the very first thought I had wasn't like, wow, I really needed this rest. It was like, oh my God, I should have handled this better. And that's pride talking. It's the same voice that says, don't bother anyone, or you can push through this. But that voice doesn't protect you, it isolates you. You've been there before? How about this? In the comments, don't leave me stranded here, please. Hashtag don't bother anyone, or hashtag you push through this. What do you tell yourself? Hashtag don't bother anyone, or hashtag you can push through this. That's all you need to say. Put it in a hashtag so Bryce, doesn't feel alone. It's all about Bryce today, Just kidding. All right. Now, that night, it changed how I think about pride, because pride can make you feel strong in the moment, but it leaves you broken later. It's like trying to lift something like really heavy with the wrong muscles, and eventually something gives out. So Parkinson's has a way of humbling you, whether you're ready or not. It doesn't care about your ego or your to-do list, right? It'll slow you down, it'll freeze you mid-stride, or it will, drop a bag right out of your hand if that's what it takes to get your attention. But it's not punishment. Depends how you look at it. It's not punishment, it's permission. Permission to pause, permission to accept, permission to lean on others. Because independence used to be my definition of strength. And now I realize connection is that new definition. The people who love you don't want to take over. They want to be part of the story, part of your story. And every time we say, no, I got it, what we're really saying is, I don't trust you to help. That one stings, right? Like, just think about it. It stings, doesn't it? So if pride's not helping us, then what does? The answer isn't easy, but it starts with one word. And that word is trust. Because here's the truth. Asking for help isn't giving up control. It's sharing strength. And when you let someone help, it's not weakness, it's teamwork. You're saying, we're in this together. And sometimes that's all a care partner or a friend or anybody who's wanting to help needs to hear. Because what feels like help to you might feel like purpose to them. You're giving them the chance to show up, to matter, and to do something that makes a difference. And that's powerful. That builds community. So don't rob them of that. The next time you catch yourself saying, I've got it, or stop and ask yourself, next time you say, I've got it, or I'm good, stop and ask yourself, why am I saying no? If it's pride, maybe just try, okay, thanks, right? That's one small change that can open a whole new level of trust. Microphone's falling over. But here's the thing. Knowing why we should ask for help is one thing. Actually doing it is another. So let's talk about how we let people in without losing ourselves in the process. That's huge, isn't it? Now, this is where most of us get stuck. That space between I need help and I can't bring myself to ask. So here's a few things that help me open up, even when my instinct is to shut down. Number one, start small. Start small. Let someone carry something for you. Let them open the door. Let them make a cup of coffee. These little yeses can teach your pride to relax. Because here's the thing. If we can't accept small help, we'll never be able to accept big help. And when you need big help, you need help. Okay. Here's number two. Communicate early, not after the crash. Don't wait until you're burned out or frustrated. Say something when you start to fade. Even a quick, I'm getting tired, helps people read where you're at. And that early honesty, it prevents resentment later for both sides. Trust me, I'm saving marriages right now. Anyway, number three, drop the guilt. You are not a burden. You're a human being doing something incredibly hard. The people who care about you want to help. And if they didn't, they wouldn't be here at all. Okay? So you matter, right? You're not just a person living with Parkinson's. You're a person and you're living. And I had to learn that guilt doesn't protect anyone. It just blocks connection. It really does. All right, here's number four. Let people help. Let people help in their way. In their way. Not everyone helps the same way. Some people listen, some organize, some show up with snacks. Take what they can give. It doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't have to be what you like. It just has to be something. Okay? Because perfect help doesn't exist, but real help does. Number five, say thank you instead of sorry. When someone helps, resist the urge to say, sorry, you had to do that. So sorry you had to do that. I'm so sorry. Just say thank you for doing that. One word builds shame. The other builds gratitude. Think about that. One of those words builds shame. The other builds gratitude. Sorry. Thank you, not sorry. And if you take nothing else from this section of what I'm talking about, take this. The goal isn't to need less help. It's to get better at letting it in. And while we're learning how to let people in, the people who love us are learning something too. How to offer help without overstepping. And now that's a perfect segue to Carmen's Care Partner Corner. And this is where her perspective comes in for care partners. And this is what she asked me to say to you today. You know, it's a struggle sometimes knowing when to help and when to step back. Because honestly, there's this constant tug of war between wanting you to do things on your own and knowing how much you struggle with some of them. I never want to take something away from you that you can still do. But I also don't want to stand there and watch you fight through something that's just too much. And the truth is, it's hard to tell the difference sometimes. Like around the house, you'll want this is like straight for me. Oh my God. No, it's to everybody. But she wrote it to me. Like around the house, you'll want to lift something heavy or move furniture. And I'm standing there thinking there's an easier, safer way to do this. But if I step in, you may get frustrated. And if I don't, I'm worried you'll end up hurting yourself or paying for it the next day. So I end up stuck in this middle space, not out of fear that you'll get mad, but because I'm constantly asking myself, when is it my turn to say stop? And I know you're not trying to push me away. You're just trying to prove to yourself that you still can. But from my side, it's tough watching you do things the hard way when there's a safer one sitting right here. What I really wish, and what I think every care partner wishes, is for that balance where you still feel capable and I still feel useful. And if I could give one tip to another care partner out there today, it would be this: talk about the when before you're in the moment. Have that conversation on a calm day about what kind of help feels okay and what doesn't. Because in the middle of the frustration, nobody thinks clearly, and you both end up feeling misunderstood. The truth is, this only works when we're a team. It's not about me taking over or you giving up. It's about finding that middle ground where we both get to help each other, live better. Wow. Well said, Carmen. That's right. That's right there. That's why Carmen's Corner matters so much, because living with Parkinson's isn't just about what's happening in your body. It's about the people standing beside you every single day. And you know what? Yeah. Anyway, letting people in isn't a loss of control. It's an act of courage. And it's admitting that life with Parkinson's takes more than meds and mindset. It takes people. And when you open up, you give others permission to do the same. And really, that's how community grows, right? That's how marriages stay strong. That's how friendships deepen. Because when you stop pretending you've got it all together, people finally see the real you and they lean in, not away. They lean in, not away. All right. Well, if you made it this far, you've unlocked the Bryce-ism of the day. If you're ready for it, here it comes. Asking for help is not giving up control. It's giving someone else a chance to show up for you. And everybody needs a chance to show up, don't they? So give somebody that chance this week. Okay, here's your challenge this week. Catch yourself in one of those no, I've got it moments, and instead say yes. Let somebody help you, even if it feels weird at first. And remember, don't apologize for them having to help you. Thank them for helping you. And tell me in the comments how it went. Did it make your day easier? Did it spark a conversation? Did it remind you that you don't have to do this all alone? And if you're ready to keep having those conversations, the ones that are honest, a little uncomfortable, but they're always real, join me in the inner circle. That's where we talk about the stuff that really matters. The link is in the description below. And hey, you know what? If you haven't subscribed to the channel, where have you been? This thing is exploding. It's free and it helps the community grow. Just sign up, subscribe, like the video and share it. You know what? When you like and share a video, everybody, it gets shown. YouTube and the podcast channels, they show it, they send it out to more and more people. And we're growing so fast, so quickly. This community, not me, that's not my channel growing. This community is growing because it's a bunch of people that want to live life. They want to live it hard despite the Parkinson's. Like, who cares that we have Parkinson's? We still are going to live. So anyway, so if want more people to understand and feel it, do it. All right. And if this episode made you think of someone who needs to hear it, send it to them, forward it to them, because sometimes one shared video can open a door that someone's been afraid to walk through. And until next time, I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. And I want you to remember, keep showing up, keep being real. Stop apologizing for yourself. Keep thanking, and you keep doing life today. We'll see you later.